Disclaimer: the thoughts and views of the people in this video do not represent the opinions of 91 BTV as a whole. We are not a news organization and do not promote ourselves as one. We understand that this is a difficult time and topic for all of us, but we think that it's important to share this. For current and valid sources on the coronavirus, refer to the links in our video description. What concerns you right now about the coronavirus?
Mostly just like I know that young people can bounce back pretty okay if they catch it, but I'm more like worried about like passing it on to like elderly people or people at risk. Like my dad, he has lupus, so his immune system is really weak. So like if I were to pass it on to him, he could get pretty bad. So that's mostly what I'm worried about, like getting it and like passing it on to others.
How do you feel about the coronavirus and how does it affect you?
So, the coronavirus has left me frustrated with the amount of misinformation and fear that has gone around, especially with racism that initially targeted the Asian community. And I see its effect in just that there's a lot on the internet and people that have said like different racist things, which is not fair to the fact that there is a lot of information coming out from the CDC and the World Health Organization about it. And I mean, I'm just worried about how do we take care of the people that we need to take care of in our community, the people that are vulnerable.
Personally, me being a student worker, I feel like the way this whole pandemic, coronavirus has really affected me is being a student worker. So it's caused me I won't say it caused me a lot of stress, but it's caused me issues to plan and make sure I'm well off when it comes to my home situation, my food security, because of the fact that there could be reduced hours or even staff cutbacks because they want to do the social distancing to avoid any spread of the coronavirus here on campus, since they've had recently announced a shutdown of the campus. And I feel like this could affect not just student workers, but those who live on campus as well, those who live in the domiciles, the dorms, along with international students or anyone else who may not have a place to go home after the semester's over if it's turned online. Right? I feel like it's a really big issue. Not to mention how they handle this whole situation itself, the coronavirus being something very big. This administration here has been very dark and very mute about the subject. No one's ever really talked about it. And if you try to talk to anyone else, let's say a director, a department head, or a boss of anything, right, an administrator, they really don't know how to respond because they haven't been told anything. Right, even after the CSU chancellor had sent out that announcement, the way CSUs are supposed to handle the situation, it's only been a week or so that they haven't really responded to us until now. Like it's not going to cancel, they're going to close out the school and put it in online, right, our online classes. I feel like this is a really big, I want to say slip up, but I just feel like the administration needed to work better on this compared to how they actually did semester conversion. That is kind of a bit of a highlight of how they handled this. Right, semester conversion, it is a daunting task to convert the school from semester to quarters because of all the curriculum changes, and you have to make sure everything fits properly with its timeframes. But the way they handle that reflects really how they handle this situation here. And I feel that administration really needs to improve on the communication with the students along with their faculty and staff to be able to do things in a timely manner.
Because we haven't been through this kind of thing before, where people have been put on quarantine and classes have been canceled. It kind of just feels like the power went out all over the world and people were just staying home. So it's something that we haven't gone through before, and I think it's pretty neat. But at the same time, also obviously scary for obvious reasons, you know. Maybe it doesn't feel like it's like in my backyard yet per se. Like nobody I know is sick, so I'm not worrying about it too much. But as soon as somebody I know gets infected, I'm probably going to take it a bit more seriously. Because, I don't know. People keep saying it's just the flu, but you'll get over it. So, but you know, it's a big game, but we'll see.
The coronavirus is kind of crazy because we've never really had this in our lifetime. I mean, we've had like Ebola and all that, but it's never been like now we're having schools shut down. The government is requesting, not demanding, but requesting that there be no more than like 200 people in a single room, and it's really crazy. Like we entered 2020 thinking, oh, new year, blah, blah, but no. We now have the coronavirus, and it's just very like crazy. Like even it almost doesn't feel real to me, but maybe it's because it hasn't really impacted me like closely yet. But it's like now with our classes getting like like canceled and stuff, it's like, oh, this is huge. And so, how it affects me? I mean, I know because I take the bus and that's great public transportation. Having to not touch the rails, not put my hands on anything other than myself, and how I tried to buy some alcohol to disinfect something that I have, and we couldn't find any. And I was like, oh shit. So that sucked, and so it's just, yeah, it's been crazy. I don't know, but yeah, especially having these discussions with professors and stuff, and now we're all this is real, this is happening. Yeah. But yeah, it's just crazy. That's the word I have to do. Crazy. But yeah.
It's definitely scary. I think people are blowing it a little bit out of proportion because right now we still know that for the most part it only affects people who are actually disabled or have an autoimmune deficiency or elderly, or I don't know if it's really young people yet. I don't know if that's a thing. Yeah, but for the most part, I do think most people are healthy. That are healthy are going to be fine. I do worry about the people that aren't healthy, like my mom and my dad. My dad is older; he's in his 60s, and my mom just got out of surgery recently, so I'm a little nervous about that in that aspect. And that's why I'm trying to avoid going to them as quickly after classes are ended. Just gonna stay at my house probably and hopefully wait it out before I go back to their place again and check on them, because my parents live in LA. But yeah, and I also am a little nervous because it's not just our college campus, it's large amounts of college campuses, including my sister's. She goes to UCR. It's almost the entirety of the UC system so far, and almost the entirety of the CSU system is about to shut down. And it's really just showing me how, I don't know if it's a desperate situation, but how much more serious this is for a lot of people, because this is affecting a lot more people than people think it is, I guess. In terms of how it's personally affecting me, I have anxiety, so that's fun to deal with. Especially because half the news stories are just about how many people are getting sick, and how America doesn't really have any. They don't have any things showing who's actually getting sick. We have very low reported cases, but we're also seeing that the reporting isn't really happening that much, and also people aren't getting tested because it costs too much. So that's rather terrifying. I'd rather at least know a number, more than before. Yeah, but I guess that's but I feel so far, I don't know. I guess my opinion is going to be more extrapolated on more information that's coming out.